Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Pat Paris.
And I'm Heidi Alaga. Well, Tucson's filled with streets named for people who've made significant contributions to our community.
And that includes the man responsible for bringing the railroad to Tucson in 1880. Here's the absolutely Arizona history behind Toole Avenue in downtown.
We couldn't wait to go see Toole Avenue.
Meet 91-year-old Pat Toole Cook. She's the granddaughter of James Henry Toole, the man Toole Avenue is named for.
Oh, that's amazing. Really cool.
Yeah. Pat recently leading a pilgrimage of 4 generations of direct descendants of James Toole back to Tucson from the Northwest.
There's a lot of emotions between pride and just curiosity about what was going on for this man.
Eric Dawson is Pat Toole Cook's grandson, making him James Toole's great-great-grandson.
It is the 200th year of the anniversary of his birth.
Born in New York in 1824, James Toole took part in the California Gold Rush in 1849. He joined the Union Army in 1861, rising to the rank of lieutenant while stationed here in Tucson. After the Civil War, he stayed and became an influential businessman.
He was very popular. People loved him.
Toole was so loved, he was elected mayor of the village of Tucson 4 times during the 1870s. I understand he won one election with 100 of the 101 total votes.
True.
That doesn't happen anymore.
It was reported that when he walked into the room, he was 7 feet tall. It's probably like feeling like you're 10 feet tall, but that also he had gotten a standing ovation one time when he entered a theater here in Tucson.
As mayor, Toole helped secure Tucson as a Southern Pacific Railroad stop.
It was coming from east to west, and he wanted it to come through Tucson.
So it was an integral part of connecting the two coasts together, and when the train was connected here in Tucson, it was a day that I think would have been really interesting to be part of.
On March 20th, 1880, the train made its first stop in Tucson thanks to the efforts of James Toole.
That's why the town honored him with Toole Avenue abutting the train tracks here.
Fitting, right?
Yeah, very fitting.
After serving as mayor and bringing the railroad to Tucson, Toole became a principal member of the banking firm Stafford, Hudson and Company. When that went out of business, Toole lost everything. He left Tucson, headed to join his wife and children in Wisconsin.
The town viewed Colonel Toole very highly and as a beloved member of the community and as a pioneer and founder of the town. But I think the shame was too much for him to bear.
On October 15, 1884, Toole stepped off the train in Colorado and took his own life. At the time, his wife was 6 months pregnant with Pat's dad. Now, 140 years later, Pat Toole Cook, her children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren are learning about the absolutely Arizona history of James Henry Toole in downtown Tucson. Did you happen to notice the remarkable resemblance between Pat and her oldest son, Jim, and James Toole?
Wow.
Right? Isn't that pretty amazing?
That looks just like him.
Yeah, that's it. So a couple of generations apart, but looks exactly like him. By the way, the Eric Dawson, who you also saw in that story, the great-great-grandson, he is going to take part in the 144th Silver Spike Ceremony March 16th at that train in downtown. It'll be the first time a member of the Toole family takes part, and such an important family.
I loved how you were able to get them all here visiting. It was just
total
cool.
luck, and it worked out, and it was great.
Great story there. All right.